Guys, welcome to another abandoned house. See, we were traveling along like we always do, and we ended up finding this place that I don't really know how to describe it yet. We looked around, made sure everything was good enough to video. We did not touch anything, we haven't disturbed anything, so everything is still undisturbed. It looks like people just left it. Like, you'll see what we're talking about. Let's go check it out. Like I mentioned before, it looks like people just left it here. There is so much stuff here. You're being loud, camera guy.
I didn't mean to do that. It looks like this home was completely abandoned in the 80s. Now, just to walk through, I'm having to step over and on a lot of stuff. We're going to make our way through the living room into what appears to be the kitchen.
Also, the floor in this kitchen is very, very bad. It's very weak, especially if you get near the middle part right there. I'm going to demonstrate that for you guys so you can see it, and hopefully I don't fall through. So make sure they can see like right here where it goes down on me. Right here. You can kind of see like, if I put too much weight, it's going to go further. I'm not doing it. But you can see how it's kind of really weak right there. One of the great things about places like this is when they have refrigerators. Brandon, why in the hell do you have to show me that? Dude, that thing is huge. I don't... You think it's funny?
It's
I was
hilarious.
doing this so well until you pointed. You said it. That thing's massive.
No. Imagine if that thing was alive.
No, I don't want to. I can't talk.
You're that scared.
We need to redo this. Dude, stop. Stop it.
No, this is... Just gotta keep going. Take a breather and continue.
I have really bad arachnophobia, guys. So, I don't like this at all anymore. We can't both get over here, so why don't you show them the fridge? Because we can't.
Okay, there
There's too
is.
much.
Once I get past this ex-hoarder's house. And look at that. There is food. Kind of. And if we open the other door that I can't put my hand on, there it is. There is more food. There's some very old and rotten and molded food. When they left this house, they left it. Everything in here is untouched. It's kind of crazy. Everything was kind of abandoned. It's really crazy to walk into a house like this. Most of the homes that we walk into, you've probably noticed if you watch the previous videos, they're mostly empty. We rarely come across abandoned homes that are actually abandoned, like with all of the stuff still in them. And I believe if we actually continue and go through the house, once we get out of the kitchen, back into the living room to the other side, there's a bedroom. This is what would have been a master bedroom. Very, very old and antique stuff in here. I said I'm pretty positive a lot of this is from the 80s. Family that lived here must have just gotten up and left.
You want to know the greatest part about this? We still have to go upstairs.
I tried to give a decent view of this small living room. and it's got antique furniture now, chair and TV and counts from the 80s, magazines and newspapers. That I believe that newspaper's from the 1985. These boxes of pretty much trash. That's it. Sweep that floor.
Sweep that floor.
Yeah, sweep that floor.
I'm cleaning up. I didn't know you guys were visiting me tonight.
Oh yeah, you're gonna see how Tyler lives? Y'all see how he lives? Do you see this mess?
Look, everything is in its place, okay? Everything has its own place. Name one thing, I guarantee I know where it's at.
The broom. Alright.
Name another thing.
Coffee cup.
Did you kick my coffee cup? It was right there. What'd you do with it?
Well, what he doesn't know is the coffee cup he's talking about is probably somewhere upstairs because this house is a mess.
Don't criticize how I live, okay? I will sweep you right out that door. You play with
Okay,
you know how many fires
look,
might have been
look,
on
you
this
ain't gotta get hostile now. Ain't no need for
I
that.
didn't even notice there's a calendar right here.
Oh, awesome. Let's see what year's on that calendar.
1994.
Are you serious?
That's what this is?
94?
Yeah.
Okay, so clearly, whoever lived here was stuck in the 80s.
That's January 1994, by the way.
Oh.
So this.
Oh, so it was
this is
technically-
93. This is 93.
Oh, so 93
This
was
is
the
the
actual
one.
calendar. Okay, so 93 was technically.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think our next step is
Let's go
upstairs. Alright, guys, I have mentioned this in previous abandoned home videos. Every home has corn in it. For some reason, there is corn, whether it is on the cob, whether it's cans, whether it is in jars, like in this house I'm about to show you. There is a jar of corn. I don't know why. Every house. We're being stalked by corn. It's crazy.
It's like they know we're going to show up, so they're leaving us a treat every time. That's what it is. They're taunting us. They're like, I wonder if they're going to put this in a video, because this has no relation to the abandoned house at all. Well, guess what? It has relation to every single abandoned house that we've ever been to now. That's a nice view, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie to you. That board felt like it was about to break just now. That is really weak. We're not going to go through a lot of things because they aren't ours. And, you know, I do respect other people's belongings. But when you have newspapers, you got to look through those. You got to at least see the dates on them. That's a bunch of dust. It's really, like, stiff. What? What? Don't do that shit to me. What?
I don't know if it was a bee nest or what it was. There was something on it. Hey, look. I'm gonna show y'all why I scared him. That's what it looks like. It was. There was like a mud dog or bee nest there.
Yeah, you made me throw it.
But he ripped up it. That's what all that dirt that fell out of it was. It was a bee nest.
Okay, well, moving on. It seems like most of it was... See, Brandon mentioned before, when we first came here to look at this place, that it looked like it was more of like a storage place. But I feel like it's more than that. I feel like... Because there's so much stuff that's here that I feel like wouldn't be storage. Like, I feel like it just got left here. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. There's a coffee box. That's cool. I like coffee.
Stop mid-sentence for coffee. That shows how dedicated he is.
I love coffee so much. I really do. Like, if I see something related to coffee, I gotta point it out.
All this stuff, it's just crazy. Clothes and everything. This house was abandoned. People who lived here just got up and left.
You know, I always think about this too. At every abandoned place we go to, no matter how beat up and destroyed it is, just imagine it being like a livable space, and just imagine how it could have looked like, you know? Now see, with this house in particular, it still has this wallpaper right here, so you can kind of get an idea of the type of things that whoever owned this place was, you know, what their interests were in. For example, they like flowers. Like they like that type of floral.
Not only
thing.
the home decor, but also, if I on the other side, the clothes.
Yeah, yeah.
The clothes that they would have wore, and the style of the time.
Now I have noticed a lot of spider eggs in here.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I have too.
I don't like that at all. You know what that means, don't you?
They're spiders.
There are a good amount of spiders in this place that are living, and there's going to be more that's going to hatch. And this is going to be our first and final visit to this place. Did you show them the dolls?
Oh, this was really cool.
Like, seeing stuff like this in abandoned places, to me, makes it more interesting. I did not.
The dolls are... Huh?
That did not mean to hit you just now.
Oh, well, you're good. The dolls are ripped apart, though. They're really worn away. It's really creepy, too.
There's a person
I like
there.
the book, though. They're friends. And they're ripped up. Ripped apart friends. Very
That's
sad
sad.
story.
That's really sad.
Very sad.
I don't know how sturdy this floor is, because I can't even see the floor.
Yeah, the floor is completely covered with more junk. And I'm actually stepping on top of a mattress just to get through the doorway. And there is just so much stuff. We have an old wardrobe.
Ooh, this must have been child's room.
Yeah, some little clothes.
It's amazing to think about how, like, you know, and I kind of mentioned this earlier, but I'm going on a different topic here, but it's really interesting to think about, you know, how people used to live in places like this, like, just to think, because there's a road, like, right out here, and to think people used to drive here, like, every day, come here, like, this was their home. They made food here, probably had children who invited friends over, you know, stuff like that, and just look at it now. Like,
This was somebody's home.
upsetting.
This was a family's home.
Yeah.
This is where people lived, and just it's crazy to think that Tyler might fall in this mess, and that's really something crazy to think about.
Hey, I was about to fall for some holiday chocolates, okay?
You know, these are memories. This is people's memories. Oh, it's not even chocolate.
Whoa, it's sealed up though.
It's a sealed up dress or shirt. Two-piece. Oh, it's a pajama set.
Huh.
It's a brand new pajama set.
Well-
PJ set.
I did not mean to show somebody's pajamas just now. I wanted some chocolate.
How disappointed are you?
Well, I mean, that's some pretty good looking pajamas though.
So I'm going to point out in this house, I think that this home may have been built maybe in the 1800s, because a lot of the wiring in this house is not up to any standard code, and all of the wiring is exposed throughout the house.
Yeah, not just this room.
Not
It's
just
also
this
in
room, it's in
too,
every room of the
and
house.
downstairs.
It's all exposed. So I'm positive this house was probably built maybe in the 1800s. It's also got that type of style. Okay guys, I have to point this out. I found what I thought was a three-legged doll, but as it turns out,
It's just a goose.
it was actually a goose. So I thought there was some really disturbed
By the
people
way-
that may have stayed here, but it just turned out to be somebody who was decorative.
Yeah. This is only going to make sense to one person, but I got the goose. It's only making sense to one person. All of you
know,
people
I
are
know.
going to be like, what? And
I
Brandon
know.
don't even know.
Well, I kind of, but don't.
You don't know. You
Well,
don't know.
okay, all right. We'll just say I don't.
I got the goose. Just letting you know.
Tyler and his delusions. Never a good thing to pay attention to.
Yeah, you still put the camera on me, don't you?
Yes, I do.
We didn't show you guys what's behind this door. You saw me messing with this and looking behind this on the shelf, but behind this door, well, there's a bunch of jars.
This food. Very, very old food.
Are you hungry?
Am I hungry?
Yeah.
Yes, but not for that.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
You can't knock it till you try it now.
Oh, come on. I don't think I want this.
You don't want what this is?
30-year-old jar of
Whatever that is, you don't want that?
dung. I can tell you what half this stuff is.
They're preserved.
Oh, they're long out of date. Like has some animal in it.
Well, that was nice to see. Wait, what was in the fridge when you looked in there?
Ranch and peanuts.
Well, I guess it pairs well with whatever this is. Alright, we still got to, we didn't even tell you guys, there is a garage actually over here, and that's where we're going to go to next. So, let's see what's over there.
As I pointed out earlier, the wiring in this house is not up to a standard code, and this home was probably built in the 1800s. As I found outside on the porch, fuse boxes. Very, very old. It is actually glass, and very old glass fuses that aren't even usable anymore. They're not to a standard code. Very old fuse box. Rusted up from being outside, and as you can see, plug in, and the wiring of this house just lines straight up the outside of the house. It's not up to a standard code. Just leads me to believe this must have been a hand-built home, and the wiring was done well after it was built. The vine work.
Yeah.
It's the vines
I'm really interested in seeing that.
wrapping all the way around this tree. The vines have completely overtaken it. Very, very interesting to look at.
And while you have this still recording, I do want them to look at the area behind you where there's more jars that's in there. I don't know if they can see it that well, but there's more jars in there.
There is more jars and like an outer food pantry.
And this nice little high chair.
And high chair in the middle of the yard. And within this garage, from old refrigerators, tires.
We apologize for like the crunching leaves, by the way. We can't help that.
We're in
Literally
the.
all over the place.
It's all leaves. That's a good place to keep your nuts and bolts.
Oh yeah. One thing that I really want to show you guys is that there are stairs over there. And we want to go up those stairs.
Oh, you can barely see it. Right there he is.
I'm going to explore an abandoned place and then see a helicopter above you. By the way, since we are right here, if you turn around, look what you see.
As I turn around, we found a chicken coop. There is a very old chicken coop, which of course back when this house was probably built in the 1800s, the only way you were going to survive was to farm, make your own food, and to grow plants and harvest animals. It sounded really disturbing when you say it like that, but had to do what you had to do. So just to get into the garage to where the steps are, which Tyler is currently walking up, we have to jump over top of a bike. Very old Swin, I think. Very nice bike. I need to, before I go upstairs, point out. Now, I'm not going to get close to this because I don't know what type of animal this is. But there is a dead animal. Teeth and all. I have no idea what that could be. But things have died here. It is very dark up here, guys. Look, it is super dark. There's an old washing machine, some chairs, and pretty much more trash. The same as inside the house. Very sorry about the bad lighting. We can't really do much about it.
We didn't bring flashlights because this was during the day and we should have.
Yeah, we normally don't do this during the day, and we're more prepared for our night adventures. But this adventure, we didn't come as prepared. Sometimes that's just how things go.
Directly beside the house that we were just looking at is this nice building. So let's see what's inside.
A nice big back shed. As we look inside, we find more junk, just like the inside of the house.
What happened?
Something was crawling in my neck.
You're still recording.
Oh, oh, I felt it crawling. What was that? A spider fell on me or something? Don't laugh at me. Y'all don't know what just happened, okay?
I didn't know what just happened.
Something fell and went down my neck and down my shirt. Okay?
Turn around.
I still don't know what
Turn
it
around.
is. Turn around. You see anything on my shirt?
Nothing? No, I don't
Nothing?
see anything, no.
Okay. Alright, well, I guess I'm good then. Are you recording me? Keep recording.
So I can't talk. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was the first time that we actually saw a abandoned farmhouse. We're gonna redo that, Brandon. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This was the first time we found an abandoned farmhouse. I want you guys to understand, we're filming a bunch of different outros right now because he keeps getting attacked by, what is it?
Flies or something.
Flies, something that's flying around.
Something.
And it's making me laugh because he keeps moving. He's like,
As I'm holding the camera as straight as possible.
but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll see you guys next time.